Jesse, don't ever do that to me again.
I mean, I should not be expected to.
Listen. Listen. If you know I'm scrolling mindlessly on Google Images.
You're on your computer. There's a clock right there at the bottom.
But I don't look at it. I'm trying to look for. That one also has a booty. I'm distracted because Mimi has my hand in her paws and she's asleep.
Well, that's going to be a problem for me.
Well, yeah, especially considering she's holding my drawing hand. So.
Gonna have to let go. Or you're gonna have to, move the cat.
Cat can stay where she's at. I'll move my hand when I'm ready. I'm still perusing Google Images right now.
Oh boy.
I know. It's the artist's life right here. It's just like perusing. God, there's so many different like interpretations of this character. Anyway, well, that's not even that character. What is that? There's no way.
So we did our grocery shopping this morning, and as I was standing in line to check out, I saw at the checkout line, where they have all the magazines and stuff that are usually garbage.
Oh yeah.
The latest edition of Time is all about Minecraft.
Excuse me?
This entire magazine, which I did purchase, is about Minecraft because it's having its 15-year anniversary, and I haven't looked through it yet.
Wait, 15? That's it?
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was around a lot longer than that.
No, 15.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And, yeah.
Okay, I guess that checks out.
This entire magazine, it's 100 pages.
What?
Yes.
Well, wait, it's Time, though. That makes sense. That checks out, though.
Yeah.
Time is
look
always...
through this later. And
you actually bought it!
Oh, yeah, I actually bought it.
You never buy magazines. Man, it really must be...
I never buy magazines either, but I was like, you know what? This is about Minecraft. And it's an actual, like, legit periodical. I'm gonna get this. And just see what this is about.
Oh, man.
There's all kinds of, like, user content in here, mods. Oh my god, somebody made the Shire.
You dislike this information, Aaron? Why?
Oops, why?
Oh man, how am I gonna...
There's interviews with current Mojang staff. What in the heck is that? Oh. Yeah. So I thought it was curious. Stuff in here about the Minecraft movie, which I won't care about, but I'll read it anyway.
Oh my god, that's... I love Jack Black, and I love some of his older stuff, especially his non-kid related stuff. But...
I like Jack Black less and less these days.
I feel like he's more going towards, like... he's trying to cater to everybody, and it's like, no, can you please go cater back to the crowd you're used to being?
I feel like he's trying too hard. Like, School of Rock was peak movie Jack Black for me.
Oh my god, it was! It was peak Jack Black.
Yes, Minecraft should not be a live-action movie.
No, it should be
animated. And they already messed
it
up because the portal is blue, and that's not right.
Yeah, that bothers me too. What the heck?
Anyway,
Okay. I know we started late because I was doom scrolling through Google Images for particular imagery. Um, did you want to start?
Yeah. Let's. Did you find what you wanted? Are you ready for me to start?
Yeah, I'm just trying to pick a good pose, I guess, for this particular
Okay.
piece. Okay, everybody ready? We're about to begin. Let me take a drink though. All right. Welcome back to the panel protagonists. Guess who I am? I'm Melly. Don't have to guess.
I don't know who I am. I am no one today.
Okay, so Jessie's lost her mind, and we're just gonna roll with it because we're going down this rabbit hole of urban myths and legends in our video games. It's like they actually did their research and they pulled real monsters out of literature. Gasp! What a twist! And with that, I shall take it to Jessie to start it all off. Let's go!
Okay, so I broke this into two segments. One where the myth is entirely in game, and this short segment that we're going to start off in, where the the myth or urban legend actually has some real life implications, because there are a couple of those, and it's kind of creepy. And I did intentionally stick to the more creepy kind of video game urban myths just because we are in October and I wanted to keep it more on the Halloweeny side. So the first one we're going to start out with is possibly the oldest video game urban legend there is. If you've been around for a hot minute, like I have, you've
you've definitely been around.
Yeah. you probably heard about this one before. It's about an arcade in Portland in the 80s that had this arcade cabinet called Polybius. And this cabinet, according to the story, if you played it, it would cause you to have nausea, night terrors, auditory hallucinations, and other unpleasant physical symptoms that arcade cabinets in general do not cause players to have. And then one day, the actual fucking Men in Black show up to this arcade and take away the machine.
Oh.
And it's never seen again. And the story goes that Polybius was some kind of CIA experiment into what? Nobody knows. But that's the story, that it was part of the CIA. And I could not find the interview, but there's an interview somewhere from the guy that owned the arcade where he says, no, we never had an arcade machine named Polybius. I don't know where this rumor started, but it's been going on for such a freaking long time that he has no idea where this came from. And it came from the 80s, so Reddit and 4chan were not a thing. Okay, next. The numbers station in Fallout. And if you've not played Fallout 3, you're probably asking, well, how can this be a real life impactful situation? But it is. So here's how this one goes.
That's funny.
In Fallout 3, there is a radio station that you can play through your Pip-Boy. Oh. And it's got a DJ called
you got this, I believe you.
Three Dog, I think is his name. He shows up in the television show, I think, too. His voice actor does, anyway. And if you kill Three Dog, so this is how the story goes. If you kill Three Dog, there is a short segment of time when his radio station stops becoming a radio station and it becomes, for a brief moment, a numbers station where it will play at random a sequence of numbers from
God
1 to 9.
Damn, that was quick.
Oh, did she get it? Oh.
Yeah. But she's... Okay, so... I forgot to mention this at the beginning. This is a guessing game. The character is worth 150. I will grant another 100 points if you know what Mothman is holding.
Oh. He's holding something, Aaron. It's precious. So this number station, in addition to playing the random sequence of digits, it will also play Morse code. And then at the end of the Morse code, it plays a song, a very specific song, and then the broadcast returns to normal as if you never killed the DJ before. The Morse code was supposedly cracked by some members of the Fallout Wiki.
Oh, yeah?
But since the Fallout Wiki is user editable, you can't, I mean, no one can really confirm, and there's multiple variations of the translations of the Morse code. So, and I don't really know how that's possible because Morse code isn't exactly complicated.
No.
But then the other thing is that the numbers themselves seemingly predict real life events. Some of which have happened, some of which have not happened, some of which have happened but the dates are wrong. And those include the date of the death of Queen Elizabeth. The death of Gary Coleman, the BP oil spill, and then there was one more, I think. And I didn't write down, and now I'm forgetting it. And then there's a fourth one that has a date, but no corresponding event because it's in the future.
Ooh, future!
It's post-dated for 2027. So on July 6th, 2027, this number station has predicted something. And let's all wait for the Simpsons episode to tell us what,
oh my
what that's going
God.
to be.
Like, for real, though.
Yeah. Oh no, it predicted the death of old people. Golly, well, it got the dates right on one of them, dude. So you tell me. That's kind of creepy. Like, okay.
Maybe the creators of Simpsons
were in cahoots with Bethesda.
Well, maybe they realized they were being scrutinized by the government, and that's why they apparently had their like series finale.
Okay. This is the last Treehouse of Horrors. We will not predict any further deaths. Yep. Okay, the next one is the Madden curse. And you have to have known about the Madden NFL EA series to know about this one. If you're not a sports gaming person, then this one probably went right over your head. But
me,
I didn't know about it either until I started looking this stuff up. But when I looked it up, an astonishingly accurate, legit source popped up. And that's, I shit you not, CBS Sports did a story on the Madden curse. I'm looking at its webpage right now. So,
what the hell?
The story goes that any player who graces the cover of EA's Madden NFL X year is doomed to have either a poorly performing year the following year or an injury of some kind. And this has been a thing since 1999, so it's been going on for a long time, apparently.
Kind of creepy, but okay.
I know.
I don't like this anymore, Jesse. You gotta stop stream.
The curse has been, in its early years, oddly accurate.
No! Like Simpsons accurate?
Yes.
Wait. Like
oddly, not quite Simpsons accurate, but oddly accurate. So, according to CBS Sports, from the year 1999 to current, just around 60% of all the players, minus John Madden, who did actually grace his own cover, had either an injury or a down year after they were on the cover of the game. But just in the last 10 years, so from 2014 to current, it's only like 25%, which kind of debunks the story a little bit for me and says that probably just from 1999 to 2014, the NFL was a lot less safe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But still, odd that some of these folks had it happen right after they were on the cover. And they're big names too.
I'm not convinced that time travel isn't a thing in the future, and people are just like going back in the past to fuck with the space-time continuum, and I'm also not convinced that we don't have multiple alternate universes.
Well, I hope we don't have multiple alternate universe. I don't want to live in the multiverse myself, personally.
Well, too bad.
Okay, now we're going to go to in-game only, and I'm going to start with some really old ones. Beginning with WoW. So if you were an original WoW player...
Wow!
I know, wow.
Wow.
You might remember a little town called Goldshire. It's at the beginning, literally the beginning of the game.
Is it?
And
is it like the Shire?
No.
Then why are
it's
we
a little
talking?
more.
Why
if memory serves, it's a little more built up than the Shire.
Then why are we talking about it?
Because it's got some creepy shit going on that I never encountered, but some other intrepid players may have. Erin played WoW for a good little bit, and I don't remember her saying anything about this, but this was quite some time ago, so who knows? Let's see. So, according to this story, in Goldshire, and this is not a story, this legit happens, okay? In Goldshire, there's a group of children that at 7 a.m.
Really don't like where this is already going.
At 7 a.m. server time, they will run up to this very inconspicuous house in Goldshire to a room in the back of the house, and they will stand in a circle, and they'll stand there for approximately 10 minutes with one of them in the middle. And if you walk up there and you stand in the middle of the circle with the other child, you hear things like a banshee or a ghoul call or someone saying you're gonna die and death is close. And there's actual audio, there's like soundtracks specific to just this event that doesn't happen anywhere else in the game. And then after about 10 minutes, the kids scamper off and they leave and they despawn at 8 a.m. or something like that. And they don't do anything else. They just stand there in this oddly pentagramish shape. It's supposed to be a circle, but it winds up kind of looking like a pentagram. There's 6 of them with 1 in the middle, so there's 5 on the outside. You know nothing of this? Well, it was a long time ago, so I'm not surprised. And yeah, people made all sorts of stories up about what this was until some Blizzard developers came out and told everyone actually what it was. It was never meant to be satanic in nature. It was just a fun little haha. They were meant to be references to some dungeon department employees from Blizzard. And then they added this extra person who was their receptionist. And then the people, there was like another department helping Blizzard at the time called Exterior Level, who named the kids after all of these Blizzard employees. And so it was just supposed to be an inside joke, these kids, basically.
Okay.
But it wound up being like the creepiest shit in the easiest early part of the game.
New players are like, oh god, I'm gonna die.
It wasn't 7 a.m. local time here, and it was 7 a.m. server time, so I don't remember how that worked in WoW, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a little weird when you get into games that, especially if they're not made in the US, what server time is.
I don't remember where Blizzard servers were. Like, if we played in the Midwest, were their servers like out here in Seattle? Were they in New York?
You also have to think about different. If this was back in the past, it would depend on how far back we're talking about. But when I started playing MMOs, they had servers that were catered to the region.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, were the regional servers that we were on, would they have been in St. Louis, Chicago? Would we have been all the way in, like, San Francisco? I don't know.
The world will never know.
Anyway. Okay, next one. This is a good one, and it got me thinking about this magazine, which is why I brought it up in the pre-stream. Herobrine from Minecraft.
I've never experienced Herobrine, but
Oh, you haven't? Okay, no. I have a good story for you then. So for those
you know that like soundtrack that's common with the appearance of Herobrine?
I'm gonna talk about it.
Oh, good, because I've also heard that, and it's the creepiest shit ever.
Yeah. Aaron says he might be holding the One Ring.
God, yes. Well, so that's 250 points for Aaron at the end of the stream.
Mothman with the One Ring. That's terrifying. What kind of damage would Mothman do?
Just little hearts.
With the One Ring.
With the little hearts in his eyeballs.
Alright, Herobrine. So Herobrine is a creepypasta from Minecraft.
Oh yeah, because that's what Mothman does.
It's a hunt. I mean, I guess he would turn invisible and then just grab all the bugs while he's invisible. That seems like a Mothman thing to do, but also he could cause so much chaos.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking, is the chaos.
Alright, back to Herobrine. So Herobrine began to be a thing in the alpha version of Minecraft. We're talking 2010.
Oh my god.
Early Minecraft.
Oops.
And it's had to be debunked more than 10 times. Okay. But if you look in the game files, in every single solitary update, there's a line of code that says removed Herobrine.
There is!
Yeah. Because at this point, people have just taken the Herobrine thing and run with it.
I mean, Mojang, like, running with it as well, like, just hypes up the myth and legend of Herobrine, so.
Yeah. So Herobrine began as a creepypasta posted on 4chan, so you know it's going to be a plus level genius, by a user that copied the post, containing a story of a player encountering a quote-unquote entity with glowing white eyes after listening to Music Disc 13. And if you have never found Music Disc 13 in Minecraft, it is legit haunted. I never play it, but I find it all the fucking time except for Cat. That's the one I find the most.
Wow.
And Music Disc 13 just creeps me the fuck out. So every time I find it, I toss it because I don't want to keep it. One instance of these white eyes, a video was linked in the comment. So there was a YouTube upload of this posted with the music disc behind it.
Yeah.
And it just so happened to be the same day that music disc was added to the game. And it had a screenshot of a cave with 2 white eyes in the bottom of the corner.
You know what? I've seen that video.
Yeah, that's what started the creepypasta. The day after, another user posts, and it starts a thread.
No.
What are you doing?
Oh dear Lord! I am sorry.
Kitty problems.
I am sorry, everybody, if the microphone exploded on you and you.
It's okay. It just adds to the ambient creepiness.
You don't understand. Casey's fat ass tried
So
to jump over the mic. He missed. And
the day after, another user posts about some sounds they were hearing in caves that were added in an alpha version, not the original, but it was like an update to the alpha version, where they also saw a pair of white eyes whenever some of these new ambient sounds would play. Not like a soundtrack, but just ambient noises in the cave. That one also had a video. And so that one got posted as well. And then the story just kind of blew up from there. Early days, it was known as the White Eyes story. But then people started saying that they were seeing a Steve with the white eyes, and that's when Herobrine was born. Notch has been asked multiple times, and then subsequent Mojang employees have been asked multiple times if Herobrine is real. And Notch confirmed all the way back in 2010, so again in very early days of Minecraft, that Herobrine was a hoax, but then he said, as a joke, that he might not be a hoax. And then he posted to Twitter, in a reply to somebody asking him if Herobrine was not real, that he wasn't, but he might be soon. So he's contradicting himself
a little bit
because he wants to, and then he did it again closer to the end of the year on the wiki page, I quote, "I have no plans of adding Herobrine as is, but I do like the rumors. Ha ha."
Okay.
He's been asked over and over and over again if Herobrine was actually in the game. And it's never been a thing. Dinnerbone was also asked. Jeb was asked. I
my
think,
God, Jeb. That's an old name.
I know.
What the hell, Jess? You old as fuck.
Well, I mean, Agnes has been asked. It's been a long time. I personally am very convinced that there is a glitched entity in Minecraft that is what brought forth Herobrine, okay? So one day, this was years ago. Yep, story time. One day I was playing in a single player game, what I thought was a single player game.
What you thought was a single
and I'm just running my ass off through, I think it was a
AKA dying, but okay.
Get away from me, fly. Get out of here.
Oh, dear.
I'm just running through a generic woods, oak forest.
Yeah.
My pockets are full. I'm being chased by a skeleton. And
that checks out.
And I'm out of food. I want to get home. I turn a corner in this rather dense oak forest.
Oh, that's your first mistake.
Out of the corner of my eye, I catch a glimpse of something that looks like Steve. And I come to a dead stop. I pause the game.
You start questioning everything.
I just sat there for a second. I was like, I did not see what I think I just saw. Before then, I really thought Herobrine was just a joke. I thought people were just yucking it up. That I knew it was a creepypasta then. I thought it was a joke, okay? But then I saw what I saw, and I'm sitting there with my game paused, and I keep looking at the pause screen, and I don't see anything. But my eyes saw what my eyes saw, and from that point forth, Herobrine was no longer a joke. There is something in the files that is causing Herobrine, whether it's a glitch or not, I don't know what it is, but it's in there, and I have seen the thing that is Herobrine. And that's my story.
It was a thrilling tale, 10 out of 10. Thrilling.
I know. Yep. Did you like that?
And then I took an axe to the back.
I believe that somebody said that.
I took an axe to the back.
Somebody definitely said that at some point in Skyrim. That's funny, because I have Skyrim further on down the list for something else.
Oh, okay. So, I've never personally seen Herobrine.
Yeah?
As far as I know. I've had weird encounters in caves that made me think it was weird and it could have been Herobrine, but I can't prove that's exactly what I saw. It was a long time ago. It was back when I was still watching... Oh, God, it was back when I used to sit in a little family room with my mother while she watched Investigation Discovery. And yes, it's very, very vivid for me because... I would go cave hopping when my mom wanted to watch Investigation Discovery. I can't explain why, but the memory is very there. Anyway, I heard strange freaking ambient music, and I was like, this isn't cave music. I don't like this. And then I just left. But seeing other videos about Herobrine and like the strange ambient music, I was like, oh, I should have stayed in that cave just a tad bit longer, just to see. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. My
interesting.
encounter, since it happened in the woods, it was different than the creepypasta. So I I was confused. I was even more confused than I would have been if I'd just seen it in a cave. But no, I was out in the overworld, just in the woods. No cave, no creepy music, no nothing.
Oh.
And I still saw it.
I've seen a video where whether or not this is edited for viewership or not is for debate. Where Herobrine was like in the overworld, just hanging out between trees and scaring the shit out of people.
Yeah, you can. There's so many ways to mod in Herobrine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
that's creepy. We should do that. I mean, what?
I don't know how we'd get that to work on the realm. We'd all have to have the same mod, I think. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, next. This is a good one.
Oh, and get off my fucking keyboard.
You've probably heard of this one before. Because again, this has been around for a long time. And in fact, this one may have helped spawn what a creepypasta was back in the day. So this is the founding... Ben Has Drowned story. Have you heard of that one?
No, but that's creepy.
Okay, I have a story about this one too. And I'm so glad Erin is here. I hope she's still in chat because Drowned Ben. Because she might be able to help me out with my story a little bit later. So, Ben Has Drowned goes like this. This is again 2010. Like all these spawned in 2010. I don't know what was going on then. But we were up to some weird shit in 2010. So in 2010, a guy goes out and buys a Nintendo 64 cartridge from just some old man. Yeah. It's labeled Majora. Indicating that it is a copy of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
I don't like that already.
And he buys it from a garage sale. And when he gets home and he puts it in his Nintendo 64, it's got a save file on it from somebody named Ben. And he is like, okay, that's kind of weird, but I did buy it at a garage sale, whatever. So he overwrites the save file to start a new game. And as he starts playing the game, he starts noticing things that are just kind of odd, but maybe explainable because it was kind of, a used game and maybe it was a little older at that point and, kind of explainable because it's just used. So some little inconsistencies and then some glitches and then some just outright strange shit starts happening. So he posts all this to 4chan.
I'm gonna get nightmare fuel tonight. Sorry, Ken. It's night terror night.
So this guy starts to try to mod the game just out of sheer curiosity because he's like, what the fuck is going on? I don't get it. So he reaches the point where he's at the end of day 3. And I don't know if you ever heard about this, but there was a glitch in Majora's Mask where you could get to day 4 and it would be playable. Oh. And so this guy did that, but when he did it, the inhabitants of Clocktown just vanished. And he was left in Clocktown by himself with just the laugh of the Happy Mask salesman on loop. Yep. Do you remember the Happy Mask salesman?
I never played Majora's Mask.
Okay. It's the fucking creepiest Legend of Zelda game I have ever played. It's so good, but it is so fucking creepy.
Okay.
I did not realize you had never played that game before, or I would have told you to go look up some of it. The impact of this story is going to be lessened upon you.
Aww.
You will have to go look it up. This is Child Link in
I mean, like, I know that more the gist of the story and some of the clips that I've seen, so I'm not completely in the dark.
This game, even without all this game is haunted. Like, some of the stuff that happens that was coded into this game is just so Japan.
It's so Japan.
In the creepiest way possible. There's an animation when you put on the screaming mask. When you put on these masks, Link does this terrifying scream, and his face gets all distorted, and it's just ugh.
Definitely sounds like something Japan would do for their children.
And the game was meant for kids who had, up until this point, probably played Ocarina of Time, and that's it. So you get to this, and it's like, Mommy! I don't want to play this game anymore.
Link is screaming at me. I feel like there's monsters in my closet.
The Happy Mask salesman.
Oh my god. Imagine a kid telling their parent to check the closet for Link.
Yeah. The Happy Mask salesman is this grown-ass adult who sets up shop inside of the clock in Clock Town. He wears a pack.
Clock Town. Ugh.
He wears a pack, unlike the salesman from Resident Evil, the one that goes heh heh heh. But instead of being full of wares that you might need to survive, it's overflowing with masks of dead people. Because that's what the masks are. They're dead people.
I see. Dead people.
You don't find that out until a lot later into the game, but all the masks are dead people.
Please. No, go lay down. Please.
Anyway,
go lay down.
The creepypasta continues. He's stuck in Clocktown with just the Happy Mask salesman's creepy fucking laugh.
Okay.
And then the Song of Healing plays backwards.
Go.
And I can't remember what they were called, but there's a statue of Link that gets summoned. And in one of the other games, you can actually summon one. It's like a doppelganger thing, but it's just a statue. And it starts following this guy. The statue does. All around Clocktown. And he gets to a point where he's like, fuck it. I want to actually play this game right. So he drowns Link in a pond. And that's where the title of the story comes from. Ben is drowned.
My God.
Only it doesn't end the game. He gets to a point where now he's trying to kill Link to end the game. And it just goes into some very dark detail about how he goes about trying to kill Link to get a game over.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Jesus.
So my story about Ben Has Drowned is this. I don't remember what copy we picked up, and I don't remember what game it was, but Aaron and I did purchase from GameStop a used copy of something. It was either the Nintendo 64 or one of our Game Boys. And it legit had a save file on it named Ben. And Aaron, stop me if you don't remember this. Yes, we did. I think the game was mine. My brain wants to say it was another Legend of Zelda game, but it was one of the ones for the Game Boy. And looking back on it now, it's probably because this creepypasta took off so fast and it went so far that people made an ARG out of it.
Oh, God.
And we were probably just the victims of an ARG. And so we just happened to find one that
That's
had
funny.
this save file on it because yuck yuck. At the time, I did not know anything about that. So,
well, of course, you were probably a kid.
Yeah, I just found it and I was like, huh, that's weird. And then I deleted it and nothing happened. But thinking back on it now, I'm like, wow, that's kind of weird that somebody would go to that link
Super
to
creepy
make
Link
that
is
and then sell it only for somebody to repurchase it. Yeah. Let's leave a file called Ben.
Jeez. That's
Yeah, so thanks for ruining The Legend of Zelda for quite a large number of people.
Oh,
for at least a little bit.
I'm sure it enhanced everybody's like gameplay.
Oh no, for a hot second it scarred people. That game by itself, without the creepypasta.
By itself.
Yeah, by itself, just without the creepypasta, no help necessary.
Landed people in the therapy.
Yeah. That's the one I think with the oddly shaped redid too. Like they're very top heavy and they look like they're gonna fall over at any second. And
and then what? Oh,
very odd.
Oh my God, you cut out. Yeah, you cut out.
Okay, because my stream is now trying to refresh.
It's trying to boofer.
Yeah, did we drop or did I just cut out?
No, I think you just cut out because I haven't seen
Okay, cool.
Yet.
All right, good, because I was still talking.
Casey.
All right.
No, you're done. You're done, babe. You're done.
Moving on to another humongous game with some really creepy shit that happened in it.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Probably
not you.
never played this one. Oh, no. Don't ruin another game for me.
Yeah, Jesse, don't ruin.
Fantasy 8.
I said no.
So Final Fantasy VIII had its own weirdness. This one is not a creepypasta, thank goodness. Talking about too many creepypastas today.
I mean, have you ever stayed up all night reading creepypastas before?
No.
I have.
I watched true crime instead.
Okay, mother. Jesus Christ.
All right, Final Fantasy VIII. So here's how the story goes.
Oh boy.
Squall, the main protagonist, dies halfway through the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the theory. So at the end of disc 1, Squall and company are facing off with one of the bad guys on a parade float.
Mm-hmm.
And after the fight, when you think that this bad guy is defeated, she conjures up an ice shard, hurls it at Squall. It goes through his, like, straight through his chest.
Oh my.
He stumbles back and falls. He appears to die.
Bleh.
Yeah. Bleh. And then you put in disc 2, because that's how far back we are. It was a 2-disc game.
That's gotta be like mid-90s.
I think it was PS2.
Mid-90s? Or early 2000s. I don't remember when that...
Or something like that, yeah. It might be PS... Well, no. Looking at the graphics, I think this is PS2. Anyway. You put the second disc in, and this motherfucker wakes up with no hole in his chest in a prison, and he's like, my wound. What happened?
I've been saved.
No explanation at all. Nobody talks about it for the rest of the game. But what happens in the rest of the game is so fucking trippy that it's not even close to the first half of the game. It's so different. So different. So people have theorized, with actually quite a lot of evidence, that Squall legit died at the end of Disc 1, and the rest of the game is a dream. And you are playing his dream. You have probably seen some of the screenshots from the end of Final Fantasy VIII. If you have ever seen a screen cap of a vaguely Final Fantasy-esque character with a giant black hole in his face, that's from Final Fantasy VIII. Because at the end of the game, the actual end of the game, Squall has, like, I don't know if you call it an identity crisis or what, but when people are talking about what is actually happening about what talking about what happens at the end of the game and how you're supposed to interpret the ending of Final Fantasy VIII, most people agree that you're supposed to interpret it as he's just having this dream as he's dying, and he's having, he's losing grip on reality. He can't remember who he is. People that he starts to see at the end of the game become blurry. He doesn't remember faces and names, and he just loses grip on all of that.
Wow,
the creator,
that's pretty dark,
has not said anything. So we have no confirmation from the creator of Final Fantasy VIII that any of that is the truth.
He's probably just sitting there going, "Yes, my minions. Yes, theorize. Shoot your theories."
But there is, I'm going to say, irrefutable evidence that that's actually what happens. At the beginning of the game, Squall does some introspective talk about death and what will people think about me after I die? Will I just become a memory? And there's I think somebody else talks about what will happen after they die, is kind of a foreshadowing thing. How one likes their foreshadowing.
We love our foreshadowing, that's for damn sure.
Yep. There's more foreshadowing with some symbolical creature thing that pops up in the second disc. I don't know what it's called, but it means it's something important to him. There, as is the case with a lot of Final Fantasy games, there's a lot of talk about fate.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yep. And then just the fact that everything is so kind of like trippy in the second disc, whereas the first disc is quite realistic. And the very end of the game stops with Squall alone on this little rocky island, just sitting there by himself trying to remember. He can't remember his own face. And so people, I think, rightly assume that he died at the end of disc 1, and the rest of it is just, you're dead.
Congratulations, you're dead.
Okay, next. Oh, this is a recent one. Do you remember Sonic.exe?
Which Sonic?
It became a game recently. Sonic.exe.
Maybe.
Okay. So a couple of years ago, maybe more like 5 years ago, it became a game. An indie game that I can't remember where it was released. Yeah, let me pull up Steam and see if it's on Steam.
Wow.
I don't think it was, but
we can pretend. We can pretend. We can pretend. It's fine.
Nope, not on Steam. I think it was just
rude.
Itch.io and his this guy's platform. Anyway, Sonic.exe is a haunted version of the original Sonic.
It's haunted. Ooh.
So the original creepypasta. This is another creepypasta.
Of course it is.
The original creepypasta goes, a dude buys a copy of OG Sonic.
Like Sonic 1?
Sonic 1.
Wow.
And as he's playing, he starts noticing things that aren't quite right, including a Sonic with red eyes that keeps following the characters as he's playing. But in typical creepypasta fashion, things escalate, and this Sonic with red eyes starts killing the other characters.
Figures, okay, that checks out.
And then the game starts talking to this guy. And so that's how that creepypasta goes. Turned into a game a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And
terrifying, but okay.
I know. And I think in the game, but I don't remember if this was a thing in the creepypasta, that the other characters, after they're murdered by Haunted Sonic, they also become haunted or possessed or whatever the fuck he was. So they all get red-eyed versions as well.
We're coming for you.
But I don't remember if that was a thing in the creepypasta. And I don't recall what the game says to the guy either, but I think it's supposed to be like a demon has possessed the game, and that's why it's talking to the dude. And it's either telling him that it has killed children, or it's telling him to go kill children. Something like that.
Oh.
Because, it's creepypasta, so it's got to be extra.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. That checks out with creepypasta.
Uh-huh. So you ready for a Pokemon one you probably haven't heard before?
That's not Missing No?
That's not Missing No, and it's not Lavender Town either.
Oh, excuse me, what? Mm-hmm. I must know. Please enlighten me with your knowledge.
Yeah, so I dug this one up.
Oh.
And I'd never heard about it either. And I think I think this one is so good, and it makes so much sense.
Oh, no. Okay.
So the story goes that a chemical war of a global scale occurs sometime before we begin our journey as Ash Ketchum in Pallet Town.
Oh.
And it's so bad that it's mutated all of the Earth's animals, and that's why we have Pokemon. And it's killed off the vast majority of all the Earth's adult men, turning our kids into stereotype anime kids.
Without dads.
Just mom in the picture, no dad. And that's why we're allowed to leave the house as a 12-year-old to go venture the earth.
Okay.
because mom is the sole breadwinner, and we have to go figure out how to survive in this post-apocalyptic. Shut up, phone.
Wow. Okay.
In this world where everything is kind of fucked up. And I love it. I love this theory so much. It makes so much sense. We already know that all of the areas that we've journeyed to parallel real world areas.
And if you think about it, I don't know if anybody remembers this. This was back when Pokemon aired on television for the anime. But there used to be real earthly animals in Kanto. And then and you can see a couple in Johto too, but after that, it dies off and there's no more earthly animals. So this theory coming out like this is fucking great.
And canonically, there was a war. Because Lieutenant Surge.
Oh, that's right.
Says that there was a war and he was in it.
That's right. I almost forgot.
So we have at least partial evidence that we are picking up the game. There was a war in this Pokemon world. And I think it's a fantastic story. I want somebody to run with it and just make this whole thing real.
Do what everybody else is doing. Make a live action.
Make a creepypasta.
Make a live action film out of it.
Oh, that would be interesting. No, Japan has to make the stage play for it first.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's how that cycle goes.
Oh, okay.
It has to be the anime, and then the stage play, and then it can be a live action, and then actually it has to go back to stage play.
Is that how Detective Pikachu got greenlit?
Man, I don't think Detective Pikachu actually has had its own thing because it was a spin-off.
Oh, okay. I see. So spin-offs are not affected by it.
But it wouldn't surprise me at all if there was a live-action Pokemon something. Okay, next. What do we got?
They're coming out with a Detective Pikachu 2.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said. Say that again.
Oh, I said they're coming out with a sequel to Detective Pikachu.
I knew that.
I know.
I liked the first one.
I did too. I like their rendition of the live-action Pokemon.
Yeah, me too. I thought they were really good. I thought the animation on them was really good. Some better than others.
Mr. Mime really creeped me out. But that was such a hilarious scene too, so it was like...
And I really liked who they picked for the voice. I thought that was a genius choice. I know he's doing everything now, but
I know that I know this is a little off topic, but my favorite scene from Detective Pikachu is when they go in the club and Loudred is the bass. Legitimately my favorite scene is just to see the Loudred with their bass. Anyway, back to our stream.
Well, next is the Skyrim one that I have. And I don't know if Erin's in chat anymore. So I don't know if she will remember this one. Did you ever get the Hearthfire DLC for Skyrim? The house.
Oh, so one? That was a mod, and no.
It came out actually as a full-blown DLC through the Skyrim's store. I can't remember what it was called.
I thought it was modded. It was a mod.
It came out as a full-blown for-sale DLC. You had to buy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway.
It may have started as a mod, but Bethesda was like, this is good. We can make money off it.
Classic. There it is.
So they made it a DLC and they threw it in their store. So, in the Hearthfire DLC, perhaps in the mod too, I don't know because I never had it as a mod, you could place mannequins.
Oh no.
I
already don't like where this is going.
In the homes that the DLC allowed you to build. And if you had Hearthfire and you played with the Hearthfire stuff a lot, you may recall the player-built homes had some really jank physics.
Yep, that also doesn't surprise me. Classic Bethesda.
Some really, really messed up hitboxes for... I spent far too long trying to arrange shit in my house only for one errant fork to cause all the stuff on my table to go shooting across the room, or a quill placed on top of a scroll would cause my entire bookshelf to squirrel about everywhere.
I have a question. The Hearthfire was when you could build a house.
Yes.
Oh, then yeah. What the hell?
Yeah.
I just don't remember it being called that for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yes. And I also spent way too much time.
Okay.
With that. I hated the displays because you could never put anything in the displays because as soon as you put it in and you walked out of your house and came back in, it was on the floor.
Yeah. Even if you closed the goddamn lid.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the mannequins were meant for your armor.
Stop.
However, because it's Bethesda, sometimes they were a little glitchy. Including occasionally when they didn't quite feel like being mannequins. They felt more like being people. And this happened to me once, and I swear that I was just seeing things. I was walking down the hall in the house that you can build
the
up
lakeside?
north.
Oh,
no,
the
not
Solitude
lakeside. Yes.
I don't like that.
And I think it was just 2 mannequins set up at the time. And these bitches followed me with their eyes down the hall. And I wasn't looking at them when this happened, but when I turned around, their heads were completely the other way around. So when I walked back up the hallway, I watched them. Occasionally, with the Hearthfire DLC, the mannequins became NPCs, except they couldn't leave the mannequin stands. So they would do all of the idle animations that NPCs would do. They just couldn't walk.
Oh, I don't like that.
So sometimes your NPC or your mannequins would shuffle. They would absolutely follow you with their mannequin heads.
No.
Yep.
No.
So you could have weeping angel mannequins in your house, just standing there shuffling on their stands.
It's like Markiplier's worst nightmare.
It is like Markiplier's worst nightmare, except I don't know if Mark ever got that DLC. He's never played Skyrim on the channel, so I don't know, and he's never talked about it either.
I mean, if it involved the mannequins, I with you. He was probably like, nope. I already played a game with mannequins, not anymore.
All the Skyrim glitches are usually just funny or downright irritating. Why did this one have to be so creepy? Why, Skyrim? I love you.
Stupid fucking forks.
Okay. I'm gonna blast through these last couple because they all go together, pretty much.
Do they though?
And they all have to do with Rockstar games.
Why?
Rockstar
am I not surprised?
They love their urban myths. They love putting them in as Easter eggs.
No.
And
bad.
they
Bad
adore putting in things in the game files that people can't actually find. But all of these things are legit in the game files. They have been confirmed as being in the game files by Rockstar.
Okay, Rockstar, we see you. We see you.
I know. So, first one is Bigfoot or Sasquatch.
Of course.
This is in 2 GTA games and Red Dead Redemption. So
I'm
it's
not
in
okay.
3 Rockstar games.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Red Dead makes sense for.
It wasn't actually in Red Dead until the Undead Nightmare DLC.
Oh.
When you can actually find and kill a Sasquatch. But the Undead Nightmare DLC is full of cryptids. I mean, you can find a unicorn. You can find a chupacabra.
Also fascinating.
I think there's one or two more. It's been a while since I played that DLC, so I can't remember exactly what you can find. But there's a couple more that you can find and kill as part of the Undead Nightmare DLC. But you cannot find the Sasquatch in either GTA game appearance. You just hear about them, but they are in the game files. The next one is something called Pigsy. It's in GTA San Andreas, and it is like a Leatherface type of dude. He's a serial killer.
Oh, okay.
That wears a pig's head.
Oh!
As his mask.
I've seen
Have you seen pictures of it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you can't see him either. He will never come after you. But he is in the game's files, and plenty of people have said that they've seen him before. Ghost cars or a ghost train. So there's ghost cars in, again, GTA San Andreas, and there's a ghost train that you can find in Red Dead Redemption 2. I have found the ghost train multiple times in Red Dead Redemption 2. Unfortunately, you cannot board the ghost train.
Lame.
I tried real hard.
That's so lame.
It can't hit you either. It will go right through you, but Arthur Morgan does comment on it each and every time you find it. I can't remember exactly what he says.
I was going to say, what does he say?
I can't remember, but he does say something. Your horse freaks out, too.
Well, yeah.
If you have a horse that is prone to spooking, like I did one time, your horse will freak out on you, and you will be bucked off. Cars, though, in San Andreas were apparently just a byproduct of the game's physics. They were meant to be just like shit cars that were abandoned, and when you went to this one particular area of the game, they were just supposed to be on a hillside.
Yeah.
But because of the game's physics, when you load in that area, they start rolling down a hill instead.
That's great.
So people started calling them ghost cars. Okay. Aliens.
Oh.
For both.
Oh.
Obviously, one of the most popular, if not the most popular, myth of any Rockstar game up to this point is the Mount Chiliad mystery for GTA 5, where you can go up to Mount Chiliad, and there's all sorts of symbols, mysterious symbols everywhere. They cannot be translated. No one knows what they are for, as far as I'm aware anyway. And at some point in the game, if you do everything right, you can see a UFO at the top of Mount Chiliad. Same goes for Pleasance in Red Dead Redemption 2, which is not a pleasant place at all. It is devoid of life because it has been racked with the plague.
Oh.
And everyone's dead.
Oh, okay. Typical.
But I know, but you find a burnt out church. And if you go in the church at a certain time of day, I think it's midnight, because why not?
That's definitely not day, but okay.
Well, okay, fine. If you want to be specific, if you go in the church and you wait until midnight, a UFO 100% will. I forgot something. The church is for a cult.
Oh.
You find all sorts of cult shit in the church.
I'm so glad you clarified. Thank you.
Yeah. But a UFO will appear just outside the church, and if you walk outside the church, the UFO will disappear. I tried.
Oh, okay.
Can't exactly get a good look at the UFO.
Aw.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Figures, Rockstar.
Yeah. Manimals.
Animals?
Which I think is what Aaron was alluding to with the Mothman.
Manimals?
So, I don't know what it is with these Rockstar games, okay? But something in the code is a little broken.
Something?
And
just one thing?
I mean, in this instance, I think it's just one thing.
Okay. If you say so.
So between GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2, both of them, you can find on occasion NPCs that have gotten a little confused and they've merged some of their code with animals. So there are reported instances of Mothman, Man-Bear-Pig, Birdman, Cougar Man.
Christ.
Man-Bear-Pig is the best one by far. I have not seen any of these myself, by the way, but I have seen screenshots of them. They're pretty fucked up looking, but B, if I ever saw one of these in game, especially in Red Dead 2, I might shit my pants. Oh, some of them are so weird. There is actually I think, don't take my word for this, but I think in the Ratman's case for GTA, people talk about, so that one might actually be intentional. I think NPCs talk about the Ratman. I've never played that one, so I'm not 100% sure on that one, but that one might actually be intentional. Okay, 2 more, and then I'm done for Rockstar.
Okay, vampires. Just Rockstar.
Yeah, I know. Vampires. They both have them. That
doesn't surprise me at all, but okay.
Yeah, so unconfirmed for GTA, but for Red Dead Redemption 2 specifically, you can find and murder the Vampire of Saint Denis. And you totally can see this thing sucking the blood of some innocent bystander. It can murder you with one punch.
Oh!
Did it?
Did you
Happened to me. You can kill it with I think it's called like a ceremonial knife. That you can pickpocket from it.
What? Okay.
Legit vampire. When you kill it, you can look at the corpse. Totally a vampire. And then last one, the time traveler.
Oh.
And this is a man that has appeared, we think, in multiple Rockstar games. His latest instance was Red Dead 2.
Oh, shit.
And he in a Western game appears as like a 1930s Brooklyn hoodlum. Like he's got the 1920s, 1930s look. He's very obviously a New Yorker.
A New Yorker.
He's got the accent. He doesn't belong where he currently is. It's not obvious how he got there. And there's some other strange things about this gentleman.
What's a twist?
There's some theories going around that he's been in GTA games as well. So he's making the rounds.
Of course.
And I believe I didn't write this down, but I believe I saw something 3, maybe 4 years ago that he says something in Red Dead Redemption that may have been a spoiler for the next GTA game. I don't take my word for that one because I don't recall what that was, if he does say anything at all. But he says some outlandish stuff, that guy.
Well, he's from Brooklyn.
Oh, somewhere up there, yeah. Okay.
I have no idea what that has to do with anything, but I just figure I'd just put that out there. Why not?
Last one, and then I'm done. This is the oldest myth on this list. It has nothing to do with Rockstar, by the way. I'm done with Rockstar. Oldest myth on the list. That blowing into your N64 cartridges did fucking anything. Nobody did anything but get all of our spit into all those cartridges. Every used N64 cartridge you ever had never worked with that. All you bought was everyone else's spit. You're welcome.
Why? Why would you do this to me?
Because it's an urban myth. It never fucking worked. But we all did it.
It felt like it worked.
And it's terrifying.
No, it felt like it worked. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I'm just gonna lay in La La Land.
Okay, that's all I got for today.
What do you mean? No.
Assuming that our schedule doesn't change before next Saturday, I have a very special surprise.
No.
Yes, it will be me running the game next week.
You said I had to draw next week.
You do have to draw next week. But you also have to listen to me
I don't wanna. This sounds like a lot.
Give you things to guess.
This sounds like a lot.
It will be very fun. I promise. It will be hilarious. So come back next week.
I'm scared.
For our 1 week early
call for help
Halloween stream.
If I don't come back next week, you guys, I'm dead. Call for help. Jesse did it.
Oh. What?
It's from all of those true crime videos you've been watching.
No, I never said anything.
You've been waiting.
I deny everything.
You've been waiting for this day. Waiting for this day. Creeper.
I deny everything. I want my lawyer.
I plead the fifth, Your Honor. The lawyer's like, I'm here. You don't have to plead the fifth. Anyway.
Okay, that's it. Take it away.
No, I don't want to because I'm still drawing. And
I know you're still drawing, but I'm out of stuff to talk about.
What do you mean? Talk about Slendy Man.
Talk about Slendy Man. Mm-hmm. I don't have the creepypasta pulled up.
All right, everybody, I guess. Jesse failed us.
If you want me to talk about Slendy Man, you gotta give me a second.
Oh, no. We're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
But now I lost my train of thought. Thank you guys for joining us on this fantastic stream of urban lit. Urban lits and legends.
Yep, there you go.
This has happened before in the past where I'll see the title of the stream, and because I don't do the notes, I misunderstand what the stream is actually about. So this is one of those times. And I was pleasantly surprised with how it turned out. So definitely better than I thought it was going to be.
I'm glad I could surprise you.
So, yay, Jesse. Congratulations. So yeah, come back next week for the weird surprise that Jesse keeps talking about that I actually have no idea what's going to happen to me next week.
Yes, she has no clue. I have not told her anything.
So if I die next week, you guys, just know it was Jesse. It was Jesse's fault. She murdered me. And then it's using my ghost for content and clout.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know I had that kind of talent, but go me.
Fuck, I can't. So join us next week when we do this fantastic surprise of a stream. And I feel like I'm probably going to be dead next week.
Nah. Oh. Actual Hallow stream. Yay.
Yay. Am I going to be creeped out by it?
Nah. You will be probably laughing your ass off.
Okay. That sounds about right. That checks out. That definitely checks out. Well, join us next week for that. And I'm hoping to have little baby Mothman with the Ring of Power done by then. Because it's so freaking cute with its little Ring of Power. And yeah, join me in Doodle Time to see this completed, or some other art piece that I've been putting off for like 2 weeks now that I haven't been able to get to, or other things. Anyway, yeah, just join us in Confab Corner. That's where it's at. That's where the Doodle Times happen, and we do other things too.
You're right, we do other things. What kind of other things do we do, Mel?
We do watch parties and game nights. We also have bot games, in which one of them is our Pokemon bot game, and it's both wholesome and competitive in a very strange way. You should join just for the fact that every time a Pokemon does come up, occasionally Whitney will chime in with some unhinged shit about what it is.
There's this fairy event going on right now, and she's looking for special fairy Pokemon. That's what I got from the last rant.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, join us for all of that and every other unhinged shit that happens in Confab Corner. The NSFW chats have been especially fruitful in the unhinged shit. So
don't even that last one Troll posted.
I don't even want to know what was going through his mind when he posted that.
It was pretty funny. Very tame, but pretty funny.
Yeah. It's been, NSFW's been pretty tame, which I'm pretty happy about because it means less disciplinary action. Anyway, so join us for that. And all the other unhinged shit that happens in Confab Corner. But you know what happens in Confab Corner that doesn't happen on social media as quickly? Is that I post art to Confab Corner first for a sneak peek at what the behind the scenes of what I do on weekdays is. That's not me dying from fatigue from work. And you should join to see what that is. But if you can't, you don't have Discord, or it's not your cup of tea, join me on Facebook or Instagram at Melslog. And it does get posted there occasionally. When I remember to actually post to social media, this is one of the reasons why Confab Corner gets a first exclusive look. It's because I remember to post to Discord more than I remember to post to Instagram or Facebook. But I do post updates on where to find me in the wild. My next event is actually a very small pop-up event in Fresno, in around the Tower District. It is a little pop-up event that will be happening at the Brass Unicorn. All the details of that will come in the later weeks. It is on October 26th. So not next weekend, but the weekend after.
Which is the reason we can't have our Hallow stream the weekend before Halloween.
Yeah, I'm the reason. So, yes. So follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I know I say this every end of the stream. I have said it for a really long time because I've always been promising you guys that the website will be updated here and there. And then I recently said that I won't update it until I get to my off season. That is because it's been a very busy season at my job. So it's been rather long and I've been rather, lacking of energy to remember that I have a website, because most of the time it is because I don't remember I have a website to update. But it is coming, and I do plan on putting brand new items there that have only been exclusive to conventions and events that I go to in the wild. So look forward to that in November, because that's when I plan on updating it. And I will keep everything posted on social media and Discord and Confab Corner. So another reason why you guys should join me there. And with that, I'm finally done with my extra long outro this time. It's better than last week when I didn't know what the hell was going on.
No one will blame you. It's fine.
Are you ready, Jesse?
Yep, ready. Let's do it.
All right. Panel protagonists out. Bye.
Goodbye.